Good morning and welcome to Cincy Lifestyle. Everybody say hallelujah because it is Friday. And boy, are we glad to have made it. Right, Mona?
I'm going to start with hallelujah, Clyde. You are so right. We made it. You know what? And speaking of making it, this is such a great story. I love it. They call him Bob, and he met his goal. He's a World War II Navy veteran, and he set a goal of pedaling 100,000 miles on his bike after retiring from his job in 1991. He used to make deliveries on his bike for a local butcher as a kid and wanted to see if he could keep pace with his younger self. So he reached his goal of 100,000 miles last week, and he says he's on his third bike. And this is a quote from him. There's plenty of life left in that one. The only problem, there's not much life left in the guy who rides it. But I love this guy. He will be 95 in September. And boy, does he have he's an inspiration, a Friday inspiration for you.
That he is. Not much left to say after that because he's really done an amazing thing. You know, I took a look. There's a young lady who was 20 or in her early 20s who did 100,000 miles in 400 plus days, but she was in her 20s. This guy was 95 years old when he wrapped up his 100,000th mile. And he said he liked to do it in his neighborhood because if you get out on the streets, other drivers are crazy. And I thought he was in California, but it seems like he was in Cincinnati after all, based on that quote.
And I love bike riding. I used to bike ride a lot, but then my knees told me I need to give it up for a while. So, but it was my thing. I love bike riding.
Well, you heard the snap, crackle, pop thing, I gather, with your knees when you were riding, right?
That's correct. That's correct.
All right, now I'm going to throw something else at you, Mona, because this is funny. So this is a photo of a guy stretched out in his driveway, and the caption says, "Relaxing after winning an argument with the wife." Yeah. He wanted to sleep outside, didn't he?
He did. So that's the look of winning. Okay, yeah. I didn't see that. Yeah, that's the winning look. Great.
Yeah, his poor wife is in the house suffering on that soft, comfortable bed with the air conditioning and all of that. So.
Poor guy.
Yeah, poor guy. But you know, if you're going to be outside, you might as well get something good accomplished, like maybe lining up to get the delicious steamed buns from Boombox Buns in Over the Rhine. And boy, do they come with a great deal of positive remarks from people. We'll just say that those stuffed steamed buns, as it turns out, are a Chinese favorite. They are usually eaten for breakfast in China, but here in Cincinnati, well, Boombox Buns is making them for the weekend and evening crowd. And this weekend, we are celebrating a special type of steamed bun. I'm going to get this right. Steamed bun called the Bao. And here now to take me off the hook and really talk about this with some expertise is Nathan Friday, the owner of Boombox Buns. Nathan, thanks so much for joining us this morning.
Thanks a lot, Clyde. I appreciate you having me.
Yes, indeed. So make sure we all understand what steamed buns and the Bao are all about in the first place. What are they made of?
So it's kind of a basic flour, yeast, water, sugar, and some oil dough. It gets mixed together, proofs for a while, allows a lot of air to kind of build up inside, and that's how you get that super light, fluffy texture. And then instead of baking it, it gets steamed, so you get no color, but you get that really pure white, kind of like soft texture that they're super known for.
And the real magic too is the flavor combinations that you mix into those buns. Tell us a little bit about some of the more popular ones right now.
Absolutely. So our beef bun has been on the menu since we were a takeout window. It's something that will probably never go away. It's super popular. It's savory. It's sweet. It's salty. It's kind of everything you would ever want. I think the sweet potato bun is kind of the low-key favorite. It's fried, it's crispy, it's such a satisfying texture when you eat it. it's just become extremely popular. So those two are really known, and a great example of what we try to do in terms of balancing flavor and bringing in inspiration from a whole lot of different places.
Well, a lot has happened since the last time you were with us. Of course, as you know, we're in a pandemic. There's that. But more importantly, you've opened a brick and mortar location out there as well. So tell us a little bit about that. How's that going?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, we're very fortunate that our
Excuse me. Pardon me.
was carry out from the beginning. So that kind of made the transition very easy for us. We were quite literally built for this kind of circumstance. Fortunately for us, you know, we were able to occupy a space in a great location in a great neighborhood. And from the day we opened, we're just moving along. You know, it's tough for everybody in this industry right now, and we're trying to make the best decisions that we can from the most optimistic perspective that we're able to. With that being said, every day is a new day. There's new challenges, and we're happy to be here, and we're happy to serve the community, and we're happy to reach the people that have been fans with us since we started, and then reach new people moving forward. So for us, it's a great opportunity to be in business, and you know, the timing, it is what it is, and we just got to keep doing what we do best, and that's making handmade steam buns. So.
Well, yeah, yeah, you do that very well. Right quick, just because we got just a few seconds left, but what was the thing that got you started with this in the first place?
It's a whole lot of different things. You know, being a cook in the industry, it was kind of like I wanted to take my turn to present an idea to the world. Other than that, I was just a huge fan of steam buns. It's kind of like pizza, where like a bad pizza is still good. It's like a bad steam bun is usually still good. So let's really focus in on this one category of food, and let's try to work out all the pieces and make the best versions of those that we can. So it's part obsession, part creativity, and an outlet to get in business and just expand.
Well, you do it well. So tell us how people can find you.
So our number one resource would be Instagram. Follow our Instagram at Boombox Buns. That's where we channel all of our information. We're actually launching a website here in the next week or two, and that's going to allow online ordering and then potentially delivery. So those are two things we're extremely excited about moving forward.
All right, Nathan, good luck to you, and thanks so much for talking to us.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. Mona?
You know, Cincinnati has a rich history of saloons, beer gardens, theaters, and churches. But the next time you're walking downtown, remember, a lot of that history is right under your feet. And Allie Martin met up with American Legacy Tours to learn more.
I'll say, originally going down the steps, it was kind of tight because I also had my video equipment on my back. So that was honestly harder just to maneuver and get that through. But once you're down there, I mean, those tunnels are so vast, and it gives you an idea of how much beer was produced and stored down there. And I really want to make a note that tunnel and what you saw, that was such a small portion of what the tour is. I had a really hard time cutting this piece down because Craig, first of all the tour guides too, are just a wealth of knowledge and know so much history about our city. So I could have listened to him for hours. And that was probably maybe 25% of what I had captured. So keep in mind, we went to other underground places even when we were filming, but I had to cut a lot of that out. So
Allie, did you get a sense, or statistics for that matter, even about how broad and widespread the tunnel network is?
Yes. So our city has, this is what Craig told me, that we have the most underground pre-prohibition tunnels in America, and that we still have probably tons more that we haven't even discovered. So I couldn't give you an exact number off the top of my head, but there are a lot under there. So when you are walking over those grates, you know, maybe think twice, because there's probably a tunnel below you. Because when I was down there, I was looking up and I was thinking, ooh, yeah, that would be a really long fall. Not to freak you out, but
Gee, thanks, Allie. Something to think about.
Something to think about. They have two different types of tours, the Ultimate Tour and the regular tour. So the Ultimate Tour is more expansive, and you get to see more of that underground, more of those underground tunnels. So highly recommend checking out, because I only got to tell such a small bit of the story.
Allie, quickly, did you have like something surprise you, a favorite fact?
Oh gosh, I think the Box Cox Beer Garden, the Wheeler's Beer Garden, and how vast that was, and how Boss Cox basically ran his whole empire out of that space. And that was in the video as well. But some of that history wasn't. I wasn't able to put that in, so that was it.
Well, great job. Great job, Allie. Thank you so much. Yeah. Well, coming up here on Cincy Lifestyle, an Australian craze hits the tri-state. That's right. If you love sampling many different foods instead of having just one thing for lunch, you might want to try the Grazing Craze. That's right. We'll talk to the woman behind Feast Grazing to find out more about these delicious platters and boxes.
Welcome back. As the poet William Cowper famously said, variety is the very spice of life. And a mother-daughter company is taking that adage and making it deliciously true through their so-called grazing platters. And this morning, I want to welcome Pakiza, Iman, and Zara with Feast Grazing Platters. Ladies, thank you so much for talking to us this morning.
Thank you for having us.
Absolutely. So tell us a little bit about, first of all, what a grazing platter is and what is it about grazing platters that makes them so popular right now anyway?
Feast Grazing Platter is a gorgeous combination of art and food. We brought the grazing trend to the greater Cincinnati area, and they're so popular because how gorgeous they are. They are a conversation starter, and they are a showstopper for your event.
Okay, so tell me a little bit about what goes into a typical grazing platter in the first place.
A typical grazing platter can be anything really. What you want on there is what we can make for you. We can do cheeses, artisan cheeses, local and imported. We try our best to do everything that is organic, locally sourced. We have vegetables, we have fruits, we have cheeses, we have all dips and honey.
Okay, and so there are as you laid out some of the ingredients or some of the foods that are available. What kind of options do people have when they start making choices?
So at Feast, you have the choice to get our full grazing tables, which we actually recommend for our larger events like weddings or dinner parties. We also have our platters, which are recommended for more intimate gatherings, and we have our boxes. Our boxes come in 3 sizes: the Graze, the Dazzle, and the Divine. Our Dazzle specifically have been perfect during the pandemic because they travel very well and are perfect for socially distanced picnics in the park. We also offer our signature sandwich boxes, which have also been really recently popular.
Okay, so as I look at it, that's a fair amount of food there available to be eaten. That can seem to be a little overwhelming for folks on a personal level. So how do you recommend people graze and get a taste of everything?
Well, that's the beauty of grazing. There are so many options that you're bound to have something that you enjoy. So just choose what you think you like and never be afraid to get seconds. I love savory food, so I always go for the soft cheeses first.
So the whole grazing notion is kind of an approach to how you consume food. Help us understand what's behind the grazing craze, as it were.
So this craze started in Australia with the creation of grazing tables, and these are set up gorgeously. And people just love to be able to pick up and graze, not have to wait in line, just get their food, and just enjoy at a party. It's an art, right? So it's just really taken off on social media, and that's where the craze has come from.
All right. Okay. So let's connect folks to you and to your grazing platters. How can they check in with you and find out more?
Sure. To reach us, you can visit our website at feastgrazingplatters.com, or you can check out our Instagram at feastgrazingplatters, where you can keep up with our latest creations.
All right. Pakiza, Iman, Zara, thank you all for joining us this morning.
Thank you so much.
Indeed. Mona?
You know, Clyde, the list of retailers planning to close on Thanksgiving keeps growing. And what does this mean for holiday shopping, especially during a pandemic? Well, it may mean that you have to change the way that you think about shopping and your shopping plans. And maybe now is a good time to do that. Derek Foster explains.
A new school year, a new normal, and, well, a need for new apparel. I found must-have styles that kids want at prices the parents love.
Kids want those brands that really make a statement. Dick's is offering the hottest trends so they will feel confident and ready for that first day of school. You'll find the hottest footwear from Nike, Adidas, Vans, Birkenstock. There's some other trends to keep in mind too. Wide leg pants, joggers, monochromatic looks, and crop tops. Don't worry about breaking the bank investing in some new pieces.
Find great deals at dicks.com.
Well, we'll be back with more Cincy Lifestyle on the other side of the break. Plus, have you checked us out on Instagram? You know, we post all kinds of photos and from behind the scenes, pictures from when we're in the studio, when we're out in the community. You just got to see it all. So follow us now on Instagram at Cincy Lifestyle. We'll be right back.
Well, we're taking a quick look outside, and as you can see, there are more clouds building in, and they're mostly going to do more of that as the day progresses. Also, possible showers in northern Kentucky this afternoon. By this evening, spotty rain chances north of the Ohio River. Today's highs in the low 80s again. And coming up next week here on Cincy Lifestyle, over here, Clyde. Coming up next week here on Cincy Lifestyle, we'll tell you about a place that treats your pet like family. Applehead City Pet is taking an all-natural vegan approach to pampering your four-legged fur baby. Really? Okay. Anyway, your four-legged fur baby. We'll talk to the owner about why she started Applehead City and all the things they offer.
Plus, Clyde, did you know you can help our pollinators and make your garden look amazing at the same time? It's true. Great Parks will teach us all about what we need to do and what a pollinator is and how we can make our garden pollinator friendly. We have all that, so much more happening next week right here on Cincy Lifestyle.
Yeah, it's going to be a great show starting off the week next week. Hope you all have a great weekend. Mona, hope you have one too.
Thank you. I plan to rest. And I've had a busy week, Clyde.
Why am I not surprised?
All right. Well, I hope you have a great weekend. If you need some rest, get it in and make today a great day.
Hey, thank you so much for watching our video. Now, if you liked what you saw, hit the subscribe button. You can also check out full episodes of the show you've never seen before or watch your favorites again and again. And as always, be sure to make it a great day.